G'day guys, welcome back to the Devon Too Good Investing channel. In this video we're going to do a price prediction for Tattooed Chef, and we're going to look out and see what we think Tattooed Chef might be worth in the next 5 years. So in front of us here we can see that Tattooed Chef do have a guidance out to the year 2026 where they believe they're going to do $1 billion in revenue by this date. We can also see that they're aiming for 35% or higher gross margins and also 20% or higher adjusted EBITDA. What is also quite good is that they say that cash on hand plus cash generated from operations will be used to support their acquisitions moving forward. So what the company is trying to say is that they probably will not have to raise any more money, which means shares outstanding won't increase and shareholders won't get diluted to fund this growth. So how are we going to get to $1 billion in revenue by 2026? Well, you can see first Tattooed Chef are going to look to expand their products and enter new platforms and have 200 plus SKUs. And that should be able to get them to 300 million revenue by 2022. And then following that, they're going to look to get into new aisles and channels. And we can already see this if you look in one of my previous videos that they're looking to get into the snack channel and also the chip channel, like tortilla chips. But also the company have mentioned on conference calls that they are starting to get into food service. And you can bet your bottom dollar that they're going to get into international, especially looking into the continent of Europe. And we can see on this slide here that they have aggressively grown their SKU count from 2017. And you can see by the end of 2021, they're going to aim to have 62 SKUs. So this is very good that they're able to grow their SKUs at such a rapid rate, because they do, in order to reach their goals, they're going to have to get multiple SKUs into each store. And I'm not talking just a couple. We're probably talking about 20 or 30 SKUs in each store to be able to reach this $1 billion revenue goal by 2026. We can also see that Tattooed Chef has been introduced into a bunch of different grocers. So not only are they in club channels such as Costco, Sam's Club, etc., they're also in places like Target, Walmart. We can see Kroger here. They're in Albertsons, Safeways, Publix. They're in Whole Foods. And we can also see that they are rapidly entering new stores. And you can see here that their 2021 objective is 10,000 stores, but I listened to their recent conference call and Tattooed Chef are going to be in 12,000 stores by the end of Q3. So they're going to easily beat this number that they're aiming for. We also got to remember that Tattooed Chef is vertically integrated, and you can see their circle of advantage here. So they plant, they grow, they manufacture, and they innovate, and they also design their own products. And what's really great is this drives their competitive advantage, because they can go from deciding that there's a real good niche in the market to target and there's an opportunity, and they can turn that idea into an actual product in as little as 3 months. So they're able to beat their competition and move with how the market moves in terms of consumer, pretty much what the consumer wants to eat. And also, you can see that the US frozen food total addressable market is $55 billion. And we can see that they're already within $33.9 billion of this market. And it looks like Tattooed Chef will be aiming to get into the desserts category. But we already know Tattooed Chef has their pizzas and they've got their vegetables. I think they could target alternative meats a bit harder, even though they do have their alternative meat products, but they tend to use those products in their prepared food frozen products. So yeah, we can see that they're aiming to be leading disruptors in plant-based food. They want to be innovative. They've got a huge portfolio which is growing. We already discussed that they're vertically integrated. Exceptional growth. This company's growing 50+% revenues per year. And they also claim to have a positive global impact. So what I've done for you guys is I've taken some of the data from their outlook and I've put it into an Excel spreadsheet. So I've modeled it from the end of 2021 through to the end of 2026. And I've put in the revenue that the company expects to achieve by each certain date. I've assumed a price sales multiple. And then we can see here the future market cap. So all this future market cap is the revenue times the price to sales multiple. Then over here, I've entered in the shares outstanding. So then finally that gives us a future share price, and we get that future share price by dividing the future market cap by the outstanding shares. So you can see if Tattooed Chef reach $1 billion of revenue by 2026 and they have a price sales multiple of 7.5, this theoretically will give them a future share price of $94. And if we jump over to ticker, this is the chart for the enterprise value to revenues. So this is pretty much the price to sell multiple, but it's just taking into account cash on the balance sheet and also long-term debt. And we can see it's been trading between 10.5 and it's gotten as low as 6.4. So anything probably between sort of 9 and under, that is probably, you probably don't want to go any higher than 9 if you're going to model it out. And obviously the lower you go, the more conservative you're being. If we come back to the spreadsheet, we can play around with this. So if you think Tattooed Chef isn't going to have a 7.5, but they're going to have a 9, a price to sales ratio of 9 going out to 2026, you can see that that puts the future share price at pretty much $112. However, if you want to be more conservative and you want to say that they're going to have a price to sales ratio of 5, that puts the future share price of $62. And that would still be a triple just about from today's share price, which is a really great return in just a 5-year span. So me personally, because I think this company is going to grow revenues probably at about 30% per year for the next 5 years, I do think that they're going to command quite a decent price to sales multiple in 2026. So if I had to make a bold prediction, I'll say that they're going to have a price to sales ratio of about 7. So this brings us to a $87.82 share price in 2026, which represents roughly a 4x from here. So if this comes to fruition, that's what you can expect in the future. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching this video. Make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, and I'll keep you updated with the latest Tattooed Chef news. Thanks for watching. Have a good one.